Honestly, I kinda like that Gamrot versus Ribovics.
Yeah.
I think earlier in this week, maybe a day ago or 2, Gamrot was at -160, and when I saw him at -160, I took it right away. Yeah, and now he's at -190. Initially, I usually like to go underdog against Gamrot. In all honesty, I'm a Gamrot hater. I just don't like how he wins, how he fights, and kinda gets by with his grappling when he gets hurt. But if I besides the Charles fight, his last one where he lost by sub, I mean, that's Charles do Bronx. Man, that's like there's I feel like there's almost no fighter that can beat do Bronx in Brazil, and I think he was the underdog in that fight, which was crazy. And the fight before that, Ludovic Klein, I think he's just a more complete fighter than Ribovics, the guy he's facing. I mean, Ribovics, he has the volume. He'll throw a lot of different strikes at you, but most of those strikes aren't as dangerous, I think. And then there's only a few spots during a fight where he actually throws with power. I think Mateusz Gamrot will be able to handle most of the striking that Ribovics throws, even though it's in volume. I mean, Gamrot even looked good in the little time that we saw against Fiziev. He looked like he was handling the striking exchanges up until Fiziev got injured with that leg injury. And I think you just got to go Gamrot here. He was a favorite against Dubronx, and now he's a favorite against Ribovics. Yeah, I mean, Ribovics, I think he has value, but I just can't get past that Gamrot's experience. I mean, he's been in there with everybody. We've seen what happened with the Chris Duncan fight. Went up against a guy who was in there with everybody in the Money Moicano, and then that was an easy fight for Moicano. I feel like this could be like a similar spot in where the gap of the skill level will end up showing out, and I think they'll be more so towards Gamrot than Ribovics, who's Ribovics wins is kinda iffy. I mean, he's only beaten I mean, his best wins, I guess, has been Zell Huber and maybe Terrence McKinney, but, I mean, in any Terrence McKinney fight, your finishing ability goes up by hundredfold, and you losing by finish also goes up by hundredfold, but I think Gamrot is, like I'm pretty confident in Gamrot right here, maybe, like, 70 to 80% confident on this Gamrot spot. Those are my thoughts.
Yeah, for Gamrot, is it gonna be the Scamrot or is it gonna be the Gamrot, right? Like, we don't know. This guy, he does a lot of, scammy things sometimes to get his wins. He also has some close losses as well. At first, my first thought is also Gamrot. Only reason why, like, I've been thinking about it, it's just the way that Gamrot fights, man. I mean, like, he has great takedowns. He'll take you down, you know, 5 takedowns a fight, right? Throughout his career, UFC so far, it's a lot. But it's like he's letting these people back up. Like it's not like he's subbing them on a regular basis or even doing like crazy ground and pound damage or something. You know, it's like his main game is really just the relentless takedowns. I actually do think he's an underrated striker. Like he's not bad in that department. I think he's actually a good striker compared to like what people might think about him. That Armin Sarukian fight, it was a good fight for him. I mean, he did do a lot of grappling, but he also tried to hung in there as much as possible with Armin. But he is also pretty chinny. Like, I feel like each fight that I've seen him, he always either gets knocked down or like gets close to getting knocked down. I will give him credit that he gets back up pretty quickly. So sometimes it might not count as a knockdown. So he has pretty good recoverability. In the fight against Dan Hooker, I mean, I could have sworn Dan Hooker dropped him or something, but they never officially counted anything as a knockdown if you look at the stats. So, but from what I remember watching, I swear he knocked him down at least once. So, yeah, this guy has a good recoverability. Maybe not the best chin. Stand up's good. The top control is not good, though. Control time's not good. That worries me just a little bit because while they're on the feet, I think there is going to be an edge for Jovic. He's just a extreme volume striker. I think what you're kind of hoping is, you know, if you're on the Gamrot side, yeah, he just treats this like a Max Holloway versus Oliveira and kind of takes him down. But the thing about Oliveira was he was able to control him, right? And then threaten a little bit. I'm not sure if Gamrot has that control time. One fight that we might want to look into is when Ribovics fought Razabov. Loic attempted 21 takedowns, landed 11 of them. That's I can see Gamrot doing that. That's an easy Gamrot stat right there. But he only had 7 minutes of control time, which is like half the fight, right? It was a 29-28. So Esteban won a round in there. He dropped Loic in the second round. I don't know. Like, could he do the same to Gamrot, who's now older? Esteban was younger back then. Maybe he improved since 3 years, right? I mean, you can only improve so much in the grappling in 3 years, but it's like it's a little dicey. I'll still go with Gamrot right now. I'm not sure if I'll have like a confidence in putting him in a parlay at this point. I have to kind of look into that a little bit more deep. But yeah, I think it's funny because I think our opinions kind of flipped because initially I feel like you were on Ribovics and then I was like on
Yeah.
Gamrot. Now it's kind of like we're flipped in a little bit because yeah, but I don't know. It could be a closer fight than usual. But yeah, Gerard was correct. I mean, I think he gave the alert out in the Discord at when Gamrot's minus 160. So if anybody was able to get on that and you're on the Gamrot side, that's good value. He did open up at minus 220. So it's really kind of just been going one direction. People have just been taking dog odds on Ribovics since then. But that's just what the odds are right now. But yeah, I think right now I'm leaning towards staying away, but I could be inclined to go with either fighter as we get more data throughout the week. We shall see on this one. Yeah.